Alrighty. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Good evening to everyone tuned in around the country over our live stream. Carol is manning our live chat, so feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us where you are, who you're with. We're always happy to hear from you. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending a short and impactful, hopefully, 30 minutes with you as we go through this business proposition. So I'm going to propose an entrepreneurial business to you. And because it's a proposition, you have to make a decision afterwards. So feel free to speak to the person that's hosting you or brought you or introduced you to this business. If you don't like the answers, you're very welcome to come chat to me. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, DuePoint is a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We've been, as a division, around for just over 3 years, although Constantia is a very old business, founded in 1952, so nearly 7 decades old. Getting right into the business, let's weigh up the benefits of this business before we get into the details. So, very quickly, the opportunity allows you to create additional income with the DuePoint system. The nature of the income that we produce here at DuePoint is very important to discern, because there's many different types of income that you can create for yourself, but at DuePoint we create what we call recurring income. It's actually something that is inherent of insurance businesses. Insurance businesses have what we call a book value. That book value creates a sustainable and a dependable recurring income that you get to share in this business if you decide to partner with us. So the beauty of recurring income is that it mitigates a lot of risk that we face in the job market. You've come to watch this presentation. People are watching over the live stream because you are interested in creating an additional income stream for yourself. And this is often because it's born out of necessity. If we look at the job market, the employment market, and the economy, it is fraught with risk at the moment. You don't know when you're going to get retrenched. You don't know when you're going to get the next raise in your salary. You don't know if you're going to get sick. All these things are risk to your income. Recurring income mitigates that risk because we don't pay people for activity in this business. We pay you for the asset, for what we call a channel of distribution that you get to build in this business. And so it's the asset that pays you, not the activity that you do in this business. I'll explain a little more in depth when we look at what channels of distribution look like. Power duplication. So this benefit just speaks to the opportunity to build a team around you. You want to be the sales director in a business, not the salesperson, right? You get a lot more leverage if you're the sales director. Why? Because you can have a whole team below you working with you, collaborating with you, and your recurring income and the size of this thing called a channel of distribution that you're building can grow exponentially if you build an effective team. Our business is very flexible. Because of the technology that we've imposed at DuePoint, we've got a mobile app, everything's available online, we do everything in the cloud. And technology drives this business. It allows you to build your channel of distribution anywhere in the country at any time of the day. There's no startup capital requirement. We've designed this business to have a very low barrier to entry. We want as many people to be able to access this business opportunity as possible. I don't want to stand up in front of people giving them a business proposition with a massive price tag attached to it, right? This business is very low risk, although the reward is massive. And so it's a very attractive entrepreneurial opportunity. At the same time, there's no qualifications or experience requirements. Anyone can do this business. You get to build an asset. Because we're paying you for the channel of distribution that you build in this business, it is seen and treated as an asset that you have legal tender over. So your channel of distribution is in your name. You've got legal tender over. It means you can sell it one day if you want to. If it's producing 5,000 Rand a month in recurring income, 10,000 Rand a month, it has a lot of intrinsic value. You know, for you to generate that amount of interest off of a cash balance at a bank, you know, on 5,000 Rand, you need about R1 million in the bank. So if you have a business that's producing 5,000 Rand in recurring income every month, that is a lot of value. You can sell that. This business doesn't retrench you, right? So there's no fear of getting retrenched. This business won't retire you. 95% of the population in South Africa can't afford to retire. Think about that when you get to retirement. When you realize you can't afford retirement. When you, at the age of 60, 65, you've got to go out and look for a job again. right? Or become dependent on family or children and become a burden to them in this economy when no one wants any additional burdens. And so I'm hoping that people will start to see the value in chasing building assets, right? Asset-based income is extremely valuable. It's like having a second house that you get to rent out. Wouldn't everyone love to own 2 houses, rent a second one out, right? That's an asset that produces income. DuePoint is exactly the same. We don't pay you for activity, we pay you for the asset that you build in the form of recurring income. And then finally, we don't have any selling involved. So there's no selling requirement in this business of our products. You're going to be going out and connecting people to our business. We want you to go out and spread the name DuePoint into the economy. Tell people, as many people as you can, about DuePoint. Get them in front of a presentation like this. Show them the intro presentation. I will do all the work for you. You just help them sign up, right? And support them along the way. That's all that you have to do. Connect them to the business opportunity. There's no requirement for you to talk about our products. I will talk about the products. Our website has got all the product information that people will get exposed to. And because we have financial products, these are intangible products, it means we don't have stock and distribution issues. And so the business becomes very convenient. But your mandate is to go out and connect people and build this thing called a channel of distribution. So it begins with you. You're going to become what we call a wealth engineer in our business, and you're going to go out and speak to people. The people that you speak to, there will be a percentage that decide to join this business. Statistically, that is true, right? And so this example, you've started with 5 people that have connected to DuePoint, become a wealth engineer in your channel, product owners, and those people will go out and do the same thing you've been doing. They will go out and connect other people, and this is the leverage that exists in the business. The leverage is what exposes you to exponential growth, right? This is a benefit you want to take advantage of because everyone wants to take advantage of exponential growth. You don't want to be someone based on getting income just based on your sole activity. You want to have a team that is doing 10 times, 100-fold the work that you can do every single day. And so over time, this is what your channel of distribution could look like. This is the asset that pays you out recurring income every single month. How do we calculate what the recurring income is? It is based on a figure of 27.50 Rand for every product in your channel. So you saw the previous diagram with all those dots on the screen. Imagine being paid for every single dot, every single month, right? But it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. Because you saw how that channel grew outwards, right? Very organic growth. The first people that you put into the business, we call that your first point, and we actually pay you double the 27.50 Rand for every person that you personally refer to this business, and that's 55 Rand every single month. So if you had 10 people, you'd be earning 550 Rand every single month. Those people go out and they build what we call your second point. Again, you can see on the table, your second point pays out 55 Rand every point. So if you had 100 people on your first and second point paying for their products, you would be earning 5,500 Rand a month in recurring income, right? And so as your channel grows, the product gets further away from you. The further the product grows away from you, that multiplier starts to reduce, right? Steadily, every single point, all the way down to 0.8, but at 0.8 we don't limit your channel size. So you can see there's a little plus sign next to the 8. It means that we will carry on paying you 4% of the 27.50 Rand in theory to infinity. There is no limit to the size of your channel in this business, and we're not going to limit your recurring income at any stage. That's why I say this business has got massive reward if you take advantage of the DuePoint system. People still, however, want to understand, well, how much effort is required to do this business, right? So when we launched the business, we came up with a growth model that gives you a very accurate idea of how much money you could be earning based on certain activity. That certain activity is only connecting 2 people a month, which is very moderate activity, right? Paul does that in a couple of days, right? It's moderate activity, 2 people a month. If you can grow at 2 people a month, you can expect these kind of numbers with a duplication in your business. And this growth model takes into account all the negative aspects of our business. Not everyone's going to grow your channel. Not everyone's going to pay for their products, right? We take that into consideration. After 6 months, you should be at about 2,500 Rand a month in recurring income. Right, now, we always use this point because this is something that I raise constantly, is our aspiration in this business. So the founders of this business, when we started this division, One of the aspirations were to create social impact, to have beneficial impact on the community that we have a business operating in, right? And we did that through entrepreneurial opportunity. We said, let's make a business opportunity available for people. Why? Because we want to get people who don't typically have chance outside in the typical economy, in the traditional economy, to make additional income for themselves. And so this business opportunity allows you to make recurring income, right? The mistake that we make is that we think when we start earning more money, we're going to be wealthy. The aspiration of us is to create wealthy individuals in this business. We will only deem ourselves successful if we can point out wealth engineers at DuePoint that have become wealthy through this process. We're not here to make small inyana, little skeleton money, right? We want big money, and that's the opportunity that lies in this business for everybody. And so at 2,500 Rand, you might be going, well, that's not a lot of money. Who thinks 2,500 Rand is not that much? For 6 months worth of work. I didn't think it was a lot. I come from the agency business. We charge our developers out at about 1,500 Rand an hour. My wife hires out lawyers. The lawyers are 3,500 Rand an hour. It's easy to look at 2,500 Rand and go, that's not worth much. The paradigm shift we're trying to create in this business is get people start thinking differently about money. Because the mistake I make too, as all of us do, is we look at that 2,500 Rand and we go, what can I do with the 2,500 Rand? What can I buy with it? We give money spending value. Someone who's trying to create wealth doesn't look at the 2,500 Rand and go, how do I spend it? They go, how can I use it to make more money? How do I leverage money towards wealth? And the first stepping stone towards wealth creation is paying off your debt. And we know statistically, everyone's indebted in this country. Everyone's got debt, right? Placing more money into your debt is the same as investing money. Do you know that? Do you know that if you pay your debt off faster, it has the same effect, if not greater, because your interest rate on debt is much higher than your interest rate on investments, right? And so if you pay your debt off, you get to make money for yourself. If you put 2,500 Rand into a 1 million Rand bond, it'll save you nearly 900,000 Rand in interest because you get to pay the bond off. And I've got people in the market here, so you'll know what I'm talking about. 20-year bond, prime plus 2, is 11,500 Rand a month. You put an extra 2,500 Rand into that bond, you'll pay the house off in nearly half the time and save yourself 900,000 Rand. That's 6 months away from joining DuePoint. At 12 months, you're earning nearly 9,000 Rand a month. That's in excess of 100,000 Rand a year that you've generated for yourself. 24 months in, you're close to 30,000 Rand a month. 36 months in, close to 50,000 Rand a month. Remember, 2 people every month, 2 new people every month on your first point. Month 48, you're close to 70,000 Rand a month, and after 60 months in this business, you can be earning 85,000 Rand a month with that very moderate activity of connecting 2 people every single month into this business without fail. Now, you can say to me, well, this is a lovely theory, which it is. This is theoretical growth, right? But we've got people in this business, thousands of them, right, that join the business every single month, and with the greatest of pleasure, we invite them up onto stage every single month to share testimony with everybody. So you can see real people up on stage telling you what this business is all about. And we don't prep them. We don't tell them what to say. We just ask them to explain the story, the good and the bad of what it feels like being a wealth engineer. And so this month we invited Lekota up on stage. Lekota, he's from Bloemfontein in the Free State. He's been in the business for 1 year, 5 months. He has earned just over 13,000 Rand to date. He's connected 26 people on his first point. 26 people. That's how many people he's connected. That's translated into 167 people in his channel. His channel's 4 points in size. That's earned him just over 13,000 Rand. Then we've got Fred and Eugenie. Fairly unfortunate circumstances because Fred has had strokes and I think even a heart attack. And he's housebound. He's in a wheelchair. Eugenie has to take care of him 24/7, but they're in a position where they can still build this business because this business only requires you have a mobile phone and a mouth. You only need to speak to people. You can connect everyone online in the cloud. And so that we've paid them over 30,000 Rand in the space of 2 years. They've got 16 people on their first point who have translated to 124 people in their channel and a channel size of 5 points. Go onto our YouTube channel and go look at the hundreds of testimonies that we have of people that have been in this business. We have got thousands of people joining the business every single month. Everyone is different. Every single one of you will perform differently in this business, but the system is identical for everybody. Everyone can do this business, but only a few people will get to the top. You got to decide. You're at liberty to decide what you want from DuePoint. No one's going to stop you. That's the decision you get to make. You get to have whatever you want out of this business. Then we have a rewards program. So we've been discussing how you earn this recurring income every single month. On top of the returns program, we've got the rewards program. This is added benefit for our wealth engineers, because as your channel grows and gets to certain milestones, which we call ranks, there is stuff, great stuff, waiting for you as you hit each of those ranks. So one of the notable ranks is rank 5. You get a fancy little USB drive. This is to help you prospect and do business. It's got all our video collateral on that little memory stick. It plugs into any mobile phone, any tablet, TVs, laptops, computers. It helps you connect people to DuePoint more easily. At rank 7, we spend 17,000 Rand on one set of business cards personalized for you. Why would we spend 17,000 Rand on one set of business cards? Because it has impact when you're prospecting. If you go to a meeting with somebody and you sit down, you put a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, I promise you they're going to listen carefully when you tell them about DuePoint. Right? These are all prospecting tools. Everything we do in this business is to help your business. Even at rank 9, so this is one everyone gets very excited about, because at rank 9, we will take you and your family to our rank 9 international conference every single year for the rest of your life. Business class flights, everything is paid for. It's 7 days away, a 5-star luxury resort, and you get to do that with your family every single year. Now you might be thinking, well, this is just a nice holiday. Let me tell you, your business will set on fire when you start Facebooking 5-star luxury in December from an island resort. People will be inboxing you constantly to find out what you're up to, right? These are prospecting tools. So take a look. We've documented our last 2 trips. I want you to imagine yourselves there. It's a bit chilly today, but I want you to feel the warmth waiting for you in Mauritius. And we block booked all the business class going to Mauritius over this period this week. The accountant wasn't happy. How does that look? Let me tell you, it's superb. I've traveled, but I've never been on a trip like this before. So we've block booked business class already. We have to block book early. We paid for that this week. Who's going to come to Mauritius at the end of the year? It's up to you, not up to me. I'm not going to phone you every morning. Up to you. Rank 11, so 2 ranks later, we've got a R250,000 car that we're willing to buy. I just want to swap batteries. Sorry, this light's flashing and I wouldn't want everything to stop mid-presentation. Thank you. Thank you. So 2 ranks later at rank 11, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car. Parked in your garage, and the beauty of this car, there's something special about this car. What is the best car to own? One with no debit order at the end of the month. There it is, waiting for everyone at rank 11. The record to get to rank 9 is 5 months. You're going to have 1,000 products in your qualified channel, you'll be earning 20,000 Rand plus. Rank 11, you've got a car in your garage that you're driving around. Hopefully petrol's still affordable by then, right? So this is what the rewards program looks like. Our rewards program goes up to rank 28. We're only at rank 11. This is a 2-year project that we're looking at now. Right? We want people to be in this business for 20 years, 30 years, for a lifetime. We want to see people's children getting involved in this business. That's the aspirations I have in the business. We have products that go beyond just the returns and rewards program. So often when people look at insurance products, you know when the economy goes into distress, you know what the first debit order people cancel? Investments and insurance, right? You can maybe cancel investments, but to cancel insurance can be life-changing if something happens, some accident happens and you're not insured, right? Insurance products, insurance industries are the backbone of strong economies. And so when I look at these products, I want you to think of protecting your wealth. If you look at any wealthy individual that spends decades building up wealth, I can promise you they've got an insurance portfolio like this because they will protect that wealth, whatever it takes. Right? So these products are actually born out of necessity, and they've been designed to be as accessible to everybody as possible, but with that necessity of wealth protection in mind. Access Wealth is our first product. It's an investment and insurance product rolled into one. It's only going to cost you 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. You can draw your money out at any stage. And then you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover on top of that investment. Then we've got Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is insurance only. But for only 249 Rand, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. And it's accessible to everybody over the age of 18. We don't discriminate against your age or your health. You can have high blood sugar. You can be 65, you can still take out the product and the premium is still 249. It doesn't go up with your age. It doesn't go up when you get sick. The products are accessible to everybody. Family Wealth, beautiful funeral cover product that we've launched, very innovative. Starts at 299 Rand a month, gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 family members. It gives the principal member 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection too. And you can increase this to 30,000 Rand cover as well as 10 family members. So some flexibility in there. Very innovative product, awesome new product, becoming one of our most popular products here at DuePoint. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points is 299 Rand a month, and it allows you to engage in the discounts and the services that we get from the list of suppliers that you see that we've partnered with there. The point of this product is to lower your monthly expenditure. We talk about wealth creation. Wealth creation actually starts with being frugal, with the ability to spend less than what you earn. That's where wealth creation starts, right? And this product is geared towards that. We're trying to reduce your expenditure, especially when we've got so much inflation in the country. And so if you engage in with these partners, there's massive value. We've got car manufacturers, telecoms companies, groceries, online retailers, right? We've tried to list everything there. And I think this weekend, yes, this weekend, we're launching 3 new Wealth Points partners. 3 new Wealth Points partners are going to be added to the list. The premium stays the same. The subscription fee stays the same. So if you want more information on the products, just those 4 products, they're straightforward, accessible to everyone, same price for everybody. Go onto our website. There's a review video on each of the products. If you become a wealth engineer, you want to watch those videos so that you understand the true value of each of those products. Some incentive. So this is a long-term incentive. When I say long-term, it's not really long-term. It's 365 days, but it's 365 days that can turn you into a millionaire. Who would like to be a millionaire this week, next year? In 365 days to become a millionaire. Do you think it's possible? You're all lying to me. You don't think it's possible. But I'm going to tell you that it is. But there's a cost to it. The cost to it is that you have to connect 365 people to your first point, so that's personal introductions, successfully in the next 365 days from when you become a wealth engineer. That's added incentive. So you get the returns every month, you get the rewards, and then if you do this incentive in the time frame allotted, we'll give you an extra 365,000 Rand in cash. On top of the 500,000 Rand in returns that you'll earn, you'll have the car, you'll have the holiday, you'll have the business cards, you'll be earning 40,000 to 50,000 Rand a month. Your life, you won't recognize it if you do this. So who's going to do this? Who thinks they can connect one person a day to this business? That's a big commitment. No one thinks they can do it? Okay, let me ship the next bunch in. Guys, it's possible. You just have to make the decision. You only have to speak to 5 to 10 people a day. Can you speak to 5 to 10 people a day? Is that possible? We don't live on a little island here. There's 50 million people in the country. It is simple to speak to 5 people every day. Statistically, one of the people will join. And if you do that every single day for the next 12 months, there's about 1.275 million Rand in value waiting for you that DuePoint will give you. Go speak to any wealth engineer. DuePoint delivers on every single promise that we make. Short-term incentive for April only. So April's business, if you want some added benefit for just doing business in April, here's the challenge. The challenge is to find 2 people under the age of 30 to join your first point, and then to support them to become qualified in their own right. So you've got to help those 2 people under the age of 30 to get qualified, which means they've got to find 3 people of their own each. And if you can do that in the month of April, you can choose either 5,000 Rand on top of your return or an Apple iPhone. Do I need to add anything else? I hope you're all sold. So the decision is, what is the decision? The decision is not what you want. Everybody wants. It's easy to want something. When I said to who wants to be millionaires, everyone put their hands up. So who wants a car without a debit order? We'll all put our hand up, right? I even put up a foot if I can get a car without a debit order at the end of the month. It's easy to want. It's a fleeting decision to go, yes, I want, I want, I want. The decision that I ask people to make practically is, how do you fit DuePoint into your life? If you want to do 365, how do you speak to 5 to 10 people every single day for 365 days? That's 3,650 people you've got to speak to. But it earns you R1 million in benefits. So decide. It can be tonight, it can be tomorrow. How do you fit DuePoint into your life going forward? A little bit of background on our business. So as I said in the beginning of the presentation, Constantia is a long-standing insurance business. We are a registered insurance company. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. We are audited every single year. We are regulated by the Financial Services Board, or now the FSCA as they're called. You can go look at all our financial licenses on the wall outside above the water cooler. Go onto the website, go onto the FSCA website. You have to start building trust in this business. You have to be proud to be part of this partnership that I'm inviting you to join. Because when you go out and speak to people about DuePoint, when you become a proponent of DuePoint, people have to see in your eyes that you have belief in the business, right? That you're proud to be part of this business. That'll help you in your business as well as ours, right? So go do a background check on us. Go to the Constantia website. Do everything you need to do. That's the FSP number that we operate under. A little reminder, we've got our Port Elizabeth encounter coming up on the 11th of May. I'm going to go down to Port Elizabeth. I'm going to help you build your channels in the Eastern Cape. Who would like business outside of wherever they are? Who would like a national channel, national business? I've got money coming in from the whole country. Not just where I live, the whole country. You want to have a national channel. So it's simple. All you've got to do is make a list of everyone you know in the Eastern Cape. And from those people, you say, give me more names. You get the longest list possible, and you phone or WhatsApp or message, inbox those people, and you invite them to this encounter. Then I will stand up on stage and do a business seminar for 3 hours helping you build your channel in the Eastern Cape. It's as simple as that. Launch workshop, that's every Saturday, so don't mind that too much. After the presentation on Saturdays, we've got a launch workshop. So be aware of that. And with that, I thank you for your time. Speak to the person that's hosted you, right? Tell them what you think, what your decision is, how quickly you're going to do this business. Get started as quickly as possible. There's no downside to this business. Now, when the economy starts tightening our belts, people like to freeze. They don't want to do anything. But this business at DuePoint has got people involved working who are going to build prosperity in 2019. How many South Africans are you going to speak to at the end of the year and go, this was a prosperous year? How many people are going to have smiley faces in December? How many people are going to be able to afford to go on holiday in December? What's January next year going to look like? The debt collectors, they start doing work in February, March, April every single year. Why? Because we spend all our money in November and December, then January we default on all our payments, and then the debt collectors start business. That's called debt hangover months. I don't want people at DuePoint to be part of that debt hangover. I want people in DuePoint to create this bubble in South Africa's economy where we are prosperous. And that is sincerely my hope for people in this business. So get started. If you have any questions, you can come speak to me. I'll be hovering around. Otherwise, good luck. Thank you.